And up next, for the second presentation, we'll provide you a rather different yet very interesting approach to the definition of development. For it's based on the caring and sharing. So please kindly put your hand together to welcome Ms.Monica Sy, the Buddhist Compassion Relief Shu Ji Foundation from Taiwan. She supervises and guides overseas chapter of Shu Ji Foundation, which includes Thailand, Hong Kong, Philippines, Australia, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. Ms. Monica Sy.
Thank you very much. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting Shu Ji Foundation for this very auspicious event. So I'm here representing the headquarters office of our foundation. I heard a lot of people were asking a while ago, what is Tzu Ji? A lot of people were like questioning, Tzu Ji, what does Tzu Ji mean? Actually, Tzu Ji comes from a Chinese word. It actually means compassion and relief. So, we believe that in doing good things, we have to have compassion. So it is hard for us to give something or to be doing something without any compassion. As like Ban Ki-moon from the UN Executive Secretary mentioned during the UNDPI and the latest WHS, he said that everybody has compassion is very good. So, however, if we only have compassion, then we will always it's easy for us to be led to the wrong way. However, if we use compassion and wisdom in doing things, then it will actually make us stronger and even make us more firm and determined with our goals. So this is actually what Tzu Ji Foundation is all about. As our name says, it's compassion and relief. And we believe that compassion and wisdom should go together in every step of our way. So Tzu Ji is actually an international humanitarian organization. And we are also, part of the UN ECOSOC. So we actually got this special cumulative status of ECOSOC, and we are also in association with DPI NGO. So there. Who is the background? Who is the mother? Or who made Tzu Ji happen? Our founder, Master Cheng Yen. Yes, you're right. What you're seeing on your screen is our founder. She is a Buddhist nun. We are actually a Buddhist-based foundation. However, we don't actually cater to only Buddhist people. So we have a lot of, we have a wide range of volunteers. In the Philippines, it's a Catholic-based country. So we have Catholic volunteers. And then we also have volunteers in Turkey, in Indonesia, who's actually Muslims, Protestants. So we have volunteers in all over 54 countries. So Tzu Ji today is already 50 years. So for five decades, our founder, Master Cheng Yen, supported and sustained Tzu Ji Foundation through self-work and self-determination. And this is how we, the volunteers of the Tzu Ji Foundation, is taught. We have to be self-sustainable. Master always believed that a day of no work is a day of no meal. And this is not only true to herself, it is also true to her disciples, to the Buddhist nuns of the abode of our spiritual home. And it is also true for all our volunteers. All the volunteers all over the world, over 10 million supporters, volunteers that we have. Every time we go to a relief operation, what we do is we use our own vacation, we use our own money. We never use the money or the donations that the foundation receives, because we believe that the donations that the foundation receives should go directly to the recipients, to those people who needs it, to the vulnerable communities. So this is what our what our foundation is all about. Yes, so there, great love. When we talk about great love, this is actually what brings us together. We believe that no matter what religion we believe, what kind of race, what kind of religion, what kind of nationality we have, whether we are white, Caucasians, or black, we are actually all the same. We are all equal because we all we all have this great love from within. So great love from Taiwan to around the world. And today, yes, we have 54, we are in all over 54 countries, and we already have helped 94 countries in humanitarian aid, including the latest earthquake that happened in Ecuador, and the refugees that we have in Serbia. So we have been serving a lot of people, and including Thailand. The refugees in Thailand has also grown up in number in the past year. So we actually have a branch office here in Thailand, which is just right across Rama 9 Park. And we also have our volunteers at the back. So later on, we can actually have an interaction with them if you want to know more about what Tzu Chi Foundation is doing here in Thailand. So, of course, part of this one, Tzu Chi Foundation have already started, giving services, medical services to the refugees here in Thailand. So, last year, we started to partner with the U.S. government, with the Thailand government, and the UNHCR. So, it's a collaboration of the three organizations and institutions to help give more services to the people who needs help. So apart from, the refugees here in Thailand, we also help the refugees in Turkey, in Jordan, in Serbia, in Australia, and in Malaysia. So these are just a few countries that we actually, we actually partake in terms of the refugee side. Yeah. So there, Tzu Chi Foundation is a Buddhist organization. However, as I mentioned earlier, love transcends all race, religion, and nationality. So what we do is we put into action what the Buddhist teachings has been telling us. So same thing with our own religion. That's why can we actually be together in Tzu Chi? Because we believe that all our religions only teaches us one thing, that is to put all the teachings of our God, our Allah, or our, Buddha to action. So Tzu Chi is actually we actually have a very, very humanistic approach in dealing with all the people. So that is why we say Buddhism is actually not a religion, but it's actually more of a way of life. So in Tzu Chi Foundation, we practice Buddhism in action. So what is actually the mission of Buddhist Tzu Chi Foundation? So Tzu Chi Foundation has actually a very holistic approach. So how did the Tzu Chi Foundation started? We actually started from a very, very small incident. Our founder, Master Cheng Yen, 50 years ago, she actually went to a hospital to visit a friend. And when she arrived at the hospital, she saw a pool of blood just right across the reception area. And when that pool of blood actually caught her attention, because it's not usual to see a pool of blood like just in front of the reception desk. So what she did is she asked what happened to this one. And then later on, our founder found out that there was an Aboriginal woman who was about to give birth that day. However, she didn't have 8,000 Taiwanese dollars. So the hospital did not receive her, did not accept her. And it's true. It's actually very sad, but it's the truth. There are still some hospitals that needs deposit before they can actually admit any patient. So this particular incident actually made our founder very, very sad. And she then started to ask herself, is the life of two persons only worth 8,000 Taiwanese dollars? Why? Because the woman's life is in danger, and including the baby inside the woman's womb is also in danger. So from there on, she started to from nothing, from zero, she started to gather a few friends, a few members. Just what do they do? They put 50 cents every day in a bamboo coin bank, and then hopefully this 50 cents can actually grow bigger. And through this story, the foundation started with our charity work. So we had small cases. We did charity cases, we helped them, and then we made some relief operations. And then from there on, we started to come up with we've then found out that, the society needs medical help. So that is why we had the mission of medicine. So we built hospital. So the first hospital of the foundation is actually in Hualien, Taiwan. So it's the eastern coast of Taiwan. And when the hospital was built, later on we found out that we have a good hospital. We have a very great techniques and machineries and technologies. But there are no doctors and nurses who's actually willing to go to this hospital. So what we did is we found the education mission. So we built a school that caters and teaches nursing and medicine. So that is why our mission of medicine, our mission of education came up. And yes, education, you can have a very, very good education. You can be a top-notcher, but without this cultural values, cultural moral values, without those things, you can only be good, but you can never be successful without the cultural values to put from within. So that is why we also have the fourth mission, which is the culture, our humanistic culture. And from there on, from the 4 missions of Tzu Chi Foundation, we actually spread over to 4 more missions, which is the international relief. That's why a while ago I was mentioning that we just had participated in the recent earthquake that happened in Ecuador. And last year, 2015, April, everybody knows what happened in Nepal. So Tzu Chi Foundation also went to Nepal. Tzu Chi Foundation believes that when we help people, we have to go direct. We have to understand and we have to know what they need, and we give directly to them what they need, because this is the only way for us to alleviate sufferings, to help them stand up from where they are and encourage them to keep moving, because there's still more days ahead. So after the international relief, we have the bone marrow registry. After bone marrow registry, we have community volunteerism. So that is what we are doing right now. Wherever we go, whichever country we go, we have volunteers locally. And same with Thailand. We have our pool of volunteers here in Thailand. Same with Philippines and other countries. And right now in Nepal, we already have quite a number of volunteers after helping them last year to stand up from the earthquake. Right now, we also have volunteers locally that actually does Tzu Chi work in Nepal. And same thing with Ecuador. We started from knowing no one in Ecuador, but right now we already have few volunteers that actually could help us spread the seeds of love to the greater people. And after this one, the last one is actually everybody's concern, our environment. We only have one Mother Earth, and this Mother Earth has to be taken care of by everyone. So we are always we have always been founded of the thought that each individual can make a difference, but an individual alone cannot save the whole world. So as I told everybody earlier, the Tzu Chi Foundation started from putting 50 centavos every day in their bamboo coin bank. So Tzu Chi Foundation started the bamboo bank philosophy. What is this all about? Tzu Chi Foundation started with 30 housewives. Yes, so the heroes of the foundation is actually from the housewives. These people who does not earn money, but what they do? Every day, they just get 50 centavos in their market money and put this 50 centavos into the bamboo coin bank. And what do they do after that one? At the end of the month, we collect the 50 centavos that they put every day, and this actually serves as a fund. It's a revolving fund for the foundation. So from 30 housewives, it became 60, 120, 240, 480, and so on and so forth. So the volunteers, the donors, the supporters of the foundation grew exponentially as the years grow by. Why did we want to have this bamboo bank philosophy? Because actually, we can put just $15 every day, and it solves all the problem, right? So a lot of people are saying, why do you have to go through all the hassle of putting 50 centavos every day instead of just putting $15 in one day? And that actually serves for a good deed for 1 month. But in Tzu Chi, we don't encourage that. Why? Because if you put 50 centavos every day, then you are reminded to do good deed every day. Every day before you start your day, we try to plant a good seed. And that can actually make a better tomorrow. But if we only put $15 in 1 day in a month, then we are only reminded to do good deed in 1 day in a month. So the cost, the money value may be the same, but then the thought and the value, the core, the gist of the meaning of this the bamboo bank philosophy is not going to be the same if we make it the other way around. So there. I have this, recently a lot of people are fond of, emojis or, icons online, or Facebook or WeChat. So I found this one. Yeah, today we are all gathered here because of the sustainable development challenges in Asia. And yes, what is really sustainable development? A lot of people talks about sustainable development goals. And a lot of people even say, we have to be modernized. The government has to take a lot of, the government has to take a lot of roles in this part. But for us, for City Foundation, we believe that this 17 SDGs that the United Nations have released last year, September 2015, is actually very, very simple. This is easy to achieve. As we all say, each individual can actually do something in this world. So what do we believe in? We believe that the sustainable development is actually through loving and caring for all living beings. And even to the point of trying to lower down our self-interest, like, buying some things for us or, trying to make our lives, even more abundant. And to the point of sacrificing one's time and effort for the betterment of the country. So this is what City Foundation believes. So later on, we are going to have a further panel discussion, a further discussion on what are the challenges that we have encountered here in Asia, and how were we able to solve the problems. So later on, during the panel discussion, I would be happy to share more to everybody. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Monica Sy, thank you very much indeed for your wonderful presentation. Xiu Ji means compassion and relief. So from her presentation, it clearly explains the word Buddhism in action. Thank you very much.